All right.
Here we go. And we're live. So let's get into this. And let's see if I can't just get sure, let's just do this one, I guess. Let's see what it does. I don't know how long this is going to be, by the way.
Okay.
Is it playing? There it is. I'm hearing it now. Okay. So as per my notes for not this Curse of Strahd game, hello. More notebooks. Wait, where's my notebook? Uh-oh. Come on. Seriously? No, you suck. It's got to go do this to me, doesn't it? Where is... Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, why does it show up as that weird? All right. So, as per our last session, January 13th, 2024, first session, we had I had a quick discussion as far as a little bit of background for Waterdeep, kind of giving you a little bit of information. Not too much, because we weren't going to spend a whole lot of time there anyway. But just to give you kind of a grand scheme of where the company operates. And then introducing you to the company, Acquisitions and Corporation. Getting into the handbook as far as the company policies, the people that you work for, so on and so forth. Explaining to you the importance of making sure you maintain your contracts from the company, finished contracts, having the contract signed, so on and so forth. I mean, it's no different than what we have to deal with at work kind of situation. And then getting into, your responsibilities as far as, like I said, maintaining the contracts and whatnot. And then talking about the benefits the company provides to you as far as courier services, travel, PTO, and getting into the death clause. And then we kind of did a quick little training montage where we trained up your characters as the classes that they are. And then as well as that, started handing out some extra gear for the people that needed it. Getting into your first mission, the Loremonger, Mabinock Corvari, is a gnome, gave you the mission to go to DaggerFord to speak with Duchess Morwen. She's, sent messages saying that she's having, a slight issue that her own guards can't seem to take care of. So she's asking for extra help. And the Loremonger, being a friend of hers, decided to task you all with a simple first mission. And then tells you to go speak with the Hordes person. 2 dry cloaks, the Tabaxi, to get yourself a horse and cart to make your way down to Daggerford. The elderly Tabaxi, with a little bit of narcolepsy and a hoarse cough, looks you over, takes your orders from you, and then hooks you up with a cart. All the while long coughing up a hairball onto your contract. Handing it back wet, he signals Jimmy, the driver, to go grab you a cart. Somebody at some point called him Barfield, which was actually kind of hilarious. So I had to write that in here. And then essentially once Jimmy showed up with the cart and horse, you all piled in and took off for Daggerford. Several hours on the road, you come across a bridge where Jimmy halts the cart due to a log across the road. Once called upon, some of you piled out to see if you could move the cart, to move the log, and then that's kind of when the trap is sprung. Some highwaymen attempt to trap and rob the cart. Of course, going very poorly for them as the tides finally turned in your favor and taking out the last individual. You were able to clear the road of highwaymen. Needless to say, the logs are still on the road, but here you are on the bridge with the cart and the logs. Everybody is, for the most part, safe. So, I'll leave it to you.
Just a little beat up.
What do you wish to do?
Yeah, I think we definitely need to clear the road. That'd probably be the first
Are
thing.
we, I don't know what the rules are for short resting for the people that have the local.
Yeah, we're a little beat up for sure.
Yeah, short rest usually takes an hour of pretty much inactivity. So really, if you get the horse and buggy back on the road again, you could get a short rest just sitting in the horse and buggy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then when using your short rest, you use your hit die that's available to you on D&D Beyond. You can use one or all of your hit die to gain back as much or as little health as you wish. Now, based on those rules as well, once you go for a long rest, you only get, I think it's up to half of your hit die value. So if you have like 4 or 3, whatever it is you have right now, you're only going to get 2 back if you have 4 during a long rest.
So
Basically how it
so
works.
if you short rest, then when you long rest, you don't heal as much?
No, you heal all the way back up, but you only get back half your hit dice. So if you use all of your hit dice this time around, you're only going to get 2 back when you long rest.
So we got to get the logs out of the way.
Yeah, I think that's the first step.
Yep.
I don't know if it's totally necessary to get the one behind us, but at least the one in front of us.
It'd be the nice thing to do.
Yeah, get both of them.
How much strength do people have? I don't have 13.
Yeah, my strength is garbage. But
Can I try and blast the
oh,
logs?
that'd be cool.
I could probably burn through it eventually.
Yeah.
With a jigsaw.
Yeah, I mean, you could try to blast it.
That sounds cool.
Using like Eldritch Blast to
Yeah.
blast. Is that what you're talking?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Nice.
So I'll Eldritch Blast the one that's on the front side of the carriage, the way that we're actually heading.
Okay.
Do you have to be within a certain range of it, or is that just like
No.
an arbitrary thing? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind
Logs
of.
don't dodge very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saving throw on the log.
Yeah, exactly.
How
They
much
must
you
already
miss?
emotion.
Well, I got a 2, but I have a +5. So it's 7.
I'm gonna actually look it up real quick,
Okay.
but I'm gonna say that's probably gonna miss. Hang on a second.
That's fully. We got to get some engineering going. Yeah, hook it up to one of the horses, have it pull away.
Surprisingly, it actually has really decent AC, so that is definitely a miss.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. You didn't even make half the AC.
That's wild.
Well, can I sorry, finish.
Oh, I tried.
Yeah. Just got
What do you wanna do?
overzealous, blew up a thing behind it.
Let's try. I think we need create a bonfire or firebolt. I guess if I create a bonfire, I just set it on
Yeah.
the log, right?
Yeah,
Probably take a while.
Yeah, it might take a while to burn through.
yeah. It might take a little bit.
Well, I think that's true no matter which. I mean,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
the create a bonfire is going to do.
If somebody was
What do you-
gonna move it with strength, what would they need to roll?
Athletics check.
So
I have a +1.
Being
I got
fireman
minus
would be
one.
1d10, so it might do more, but
I mean, you could try athletics.
Let me just try it. What
Yeah.
do I roll?
Yeah.
And then, so, hang on. Let me give you guys this. Where are they at? Where is? Oh, it should be in this. Because don't forget, even though these sheets are meant for combat, they're also pass that around. They're also
Things we can do.
yeah, they're extra things that you can do in and out of combat in some cases.
There we go.
So, for example, the help action, right, can be done. So, like if you were to go and move this log, one of the other party members could be like, oh, okay, well, I'll give you a hand with that. So then you would have advantage, or you each could just roll a d20 and add your modifiers. But if you have the better modifiers, then usually the better case scenario is to give you advantage. All right. So it's up to you guys. Nobody has to have a particular strength score. It's just moving a log.
Right.
Anybody can move a log.
Yeah.
It's
It kind
just
of rolls.
right.
Yep. Yeah.
Granted, the strength scores help with that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay. If we had a barbarian, for example, this is a strength-based check. They would actually get advantage on just moving it out of the way if they're raging.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what barbarians do. They just they pick things up, they put them down.
Yeah.
And then guidance adds.
A D4.
Okay, so if I cast guidance on myself and somebody else helped me,
Yep.
then that would be like the most chance.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'll do that.
Nice.
So the D4 is a little pyramid.
Yes.
3.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. And then add do your D20 plus your modifier. And is anybody helping her?
I'm like -1 on strength. I don't know if I should. I guess
It doesn't matter.
Alright,
It just
you're
gives
just-
her
you're just
advantage.
helping.
All right, I'll help.
Okay.
So I rolled a 15.
I
My
just can't
modifier is
roll.
+1, and I got 3. for
And then
this,
roll
so
another D20 for advantage. Just in case it gets higher.
17.
17. There you
Nice. So 17 plus 4 is 21.
go. Perfect. More than enough.
Yeah.
So
What comes
between the two of you, the elderly guy, not so much really giving you a whole lot of
He's
help.
just cheering.
Yeah. Moral support, if anything. Kind of just like grabbing one limb, one portion of the limb or whatever. I'm helping. Easy.
demonstrating the right way.
Yeah, you're doing it all wrong.
Yeah. Lift. You make sure you lift with your knees, not your
Yeah.
back, Missy. So on and so forth, right? You're able to pull this log out of the way and get it off the road. So now the way is clear for at least the front portion of your cart.
I think that's good enough.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think I got that.
Yeah, someone else can deal with it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
All right, good.
So we talk back to Jimmy and hop in the car.
Yep.
Get ready to continue the journey.
Yep.
Are we gonna short rest? I mean, I have
And we
fallen
can
out,
rest
so I
while
don't
we're,
care.
while
Yeah.
we're traveling.
Yeah, you can rest while you're
Okay.
traveling. Yep.
Yeah.
So Jimmy's like, okay, hop right back in the cart and we'll get going. While you guys are long resting, I'm going to break this stuff out because it seems to go pretty decent with my other group.
You didn't really mean long rest, did you?
Sorry, short rest.
Yeah.
Short rest, not long. This is a campfire card deck. Essentially, what this will help, if anything, is get you particularly thinking about how your character thinks and reacts to certain questions. Okay, and maybe kind of help getting you on the track of considering backstories, so on and so forth. Basically get you in the mindset of your character. Essentially, what everybody's going to do while you're taking a short rest and on the road, okay, because there's not a whole lot of really cool things to do while you're traveling. So, luckily for you all, I got these to kind of help out with the boredom of travel. Of course, I really should get myself a better like shuffling thing because these cards suck to shuffle. They're not really good for handmade shuffling. But hopefully, so I'll give you this. Pull 2 cards from the deck, pass it around.
Anywhere on the top.
Anywhere, it doesn't matter. So the cards are set up. There's like 4 or 5 different categories. Look at my thing. There's 6 different categories. There's categories about your past, your present, your current companions, your dreams, the world that you're in, and hypotheticals. Now, each card, yeah, that's fine. Each card has 2 questions. Actually, it has a question and a follow-up question, if I remember right. Right? I'm looking. Yeah, some of them have multiple follow-up questions. If obviously, if the follow-up questions get answered in the original question, you don't have to worry about the follow-up question. But each person has to ask a different person a question. Okay, so that at least everybody gets a question and an answer session. All right. But the idea of this is to try to actually get your characters to start talking to each other and maybe actually force a bond between them. So whoever's willing to start first, go for it. And I know some people are still having a hard time with names.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah.
All right, so who wants to go? Don't be bashful.
So we just asked.
Yep.
All right, I'll start. What do you feel has more value, science or art?
Who's that
And why?
geared
What are you
towards?
asking?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
All right, Elmir, I'll pick your brain. What do you value more, science or art?
I'm more of a science guy myself.
More of the science. And why do you feel like you lean towards the science?
It's a good question. Getting with your
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Well, I just think there's a lot to learn about the world, and science is an interesting way to get into that.
Yeah. Makes sense. Constantly test the theories, see what works and what doesn't. It's interesting.
Not to mention, science also gives you good weapons too.
That's true. That's true. Advantage. Yeah, the science of the crossbow. I mean, I was about to talk about China, but never mind.
They don't exist.
Yeah, they don't.
What
China
does
does not exist in this game.
Yeah, no. Many a land has been conquered with science. There we go. We'll go with that. And there is a follow-up question. For 500. No, I'm just kidding.
For 500, Alex.
I guess, could you describe a world without science?
No.
It'd probably be a pretty
No.
bleak place. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's great. Awesome.
All right.
Interesting.
I will ask. Need to see the characters here.
Khan was your backup character, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to deactivate that character.
Okay.
All right, I can ask Ember. Where have you always wanted to visit?
Do you need a Faerun map?
I definitely do. I don't know all the
I
landscape.
have no idea.
All I remember is Candle Keep from Boulder's Gate. That's the only place.
Is there? Is there anywhere in Farron with like active volcano?
That would be a good question. I have no clue, to tell you the truth.
I mean, you could just say an active
Makes
volcano.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
make
don't have
it
to be
easy.
specific.
Yeah, that's true.
What would you be most excited?
I'd love to see, but not too close. Where the fire is coming up out of the earth.
What would you be most excited to do there?
See what I can sense. See if I can have any control over a portion of the fire.
My guess, if there's any active volcanoes, it'd probably be over in the Moonshay Isles. That'd be my guess. Other than that, probably way out here.
We'll just leave it general.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
There's a volcano called Mount Hotanel. Hotanel. I'm gonna ask Stanley.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask, what would be the first thing you would change about your life if you suddenly became wealthy?
Oh, the first thing I'd change if I became wealthy. I'd probably immediately get out of the car and go somewhere comfortable. Somewhere I can rest my old bones and drink till I pass out.
Well, the follow-up question is just why. So
Oh,
I think that's a little self-explanatory.
yeah. Enough time of travel and fighting. Yeah. That's awesome.
Somebody want to do their second card?
I need
Or
to
your
go
first?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Trying to look up names and that's all. That's my choice.
Yeah, some of these are pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just pick somebody and
Yeah.
ask it.
Kira, what discovery or innovation do you hope to see in your lifetime?
What discovery or innovation?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's hard to translate it to this time period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's tough.
Well, I don't know. Not necessarily. I mean, it'd be great if they would come up with a better way to clean my clothing.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Better options for travel. I mean,
Yeah, I guess so.
automated ways of getting food to people, so on and so
I
forth.
guess my character would probably say like either like a faster or more efficient way of travel or communication so that the like message of my church can spread to more people.
There you go. Yep, perfect.
That's awesome.
That fits right in for your clerical backstory.
Mhm.
Was there a follow-up?
Well, it was how would it change the world you live in, but I think that's kind of what you.
Yeah.
Just because like maybe
Makes
some
sense.
people who live in the middle of nowhere, if they
Yeah.
can't go to a church or something,
Yeah.
they'd be able to listen from afar. Or
Somebody who doesn't have the word of the morning Lord.
and they would.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right. Second round of questions.
Do the second round. All right, Ember, I'll ask you. I've been thinking a lot about death lately because I'm old. But if you died tomorrow and became a ghost, who would you haunt?
Probably whoever killed me.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that's good.
Mhm.
All right. So you think an enemy's going to take you out? That's interesting.
That was a suspicious response.
Very possible.
Well,
And
You
the-
just say, so you think of it.
yeah. Well, I guess in our line of work, you develop a lot of enemies. It
well,
makes
unless one of
sense.
my friends screwed up, and that's why I
It's their
did.
fault.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the follow-up is just how would you go about haunting them? What would be your preferred method? Poltergeist, throw around their furniture, possess them.
Pull down their pants in public. All the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Oh man, so many good options
They
here.
go to take a drink and you just spill it.
Right.
Just
Mild
kind of-
inconveniences.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I would do.
Break candle flames, flicker, or
Oh,
suddenly
yeah.
burst tire.
That'd be
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
Mess with the flames. Take out their hearth as they're cooking.
Yeah, I would just do mild inconveniences. They're trying to write a letter and you just knock
Burn
over
the
their
food.
ink pile. Like,
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Oh, I'm so clumsy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd definitely like to haunt my brother. Whoever ends up killing me or whoever I die. I'm gonna haunt that guy. Awesome.
All right. Who's next?
I'm gonna ask Bill here. Outside the tools of your trade, what is a personal effect that you carry that means something to you?
Ooh.
There could be a lot of things.
Wow. I don't like to talk about it too much.
So a non-answer is still an answer.
Yeah, that's the
And I guess I push my pouch behind me.
yeah, try to hide it a little more. So it's something small. Maybe.
This stick.
The follow-up.
Too
of
bad
where did you
Jepson
get
wasn't
it,
here for
so-
that.
Yeah. Right. Jepson's just sleeping
What's
in the
the ball?
back.
Where did you get it? But if you're not even going to tell me what it is.
I was on the ground.
The stick. The stick?
That's awesome.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's fair.
All right. Next.
I'm getting confused. Okay, who hasn't been asked a second question yet?
Me.
Uh,
Yeah, or Stanley.
Certainly.
Stanley.
Oh yeah. Speed witch. I should be doing that. Oh.
Secure. How would you introduce yourself at a grand ball?
How would I introduce? I probably wouldn't go to a grand ball. It's not really my style. You know, there's no reason for me to be there. But if for some reason I was, then I would introduce myself as a cleric of Lathander.
That's awesome.
Well, I have a question for everyone.
For everyone.
No, I
Can
can.
we please just sit in silence for a few minutes? All this talking is giving me a headache.
It's hurting. That's fine. I'll pray silently.
Thank you.
Fair enough, Ilmir. I like your style. We ride in silence. Jepson snoring.
Yeah, he's just been sleeping the whole time.
Yeah.
He's in somebody's pack.
I like to think that we kind of just forgot that he exists.
Yeah. He's
For a
just,
little while.
He climbed inside a trunk or
Yeah.
something in the
He's
cart,
just
and I
hiding.
forgot about him.
yeah,
He's resting.
exactly. That's awesome. Yeah, didn't we have another guy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Talking about Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, the cart. Yeah.
Jimmy.
Oh yeah, Jimmy's here.
Jimmy.
Is it not changing? Interesting. So I'm trying to change some of the portraits, and it doesn't seem to be taking. Has anybody's portrait changed yet?
Not yet, but I haven't refreshed it or anything.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, mine's not.
We might find that we have to. My memory is. Do we have to like log out and back in to see the change?
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Oh, I can try.
Amber.
I'll try signing out and back in and see what happens. No, that tells me I don't have access to my
Oh,
character sheet.
see, yours changed. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just needed you to log out. And then, although it didn't change on that for some reason. Kira. Choose portrait. There's change. Okay. So some of them are changing.
Yeah, I
I
signed out
just
back
logged-
in,
yeah, I
and when I
just
came
logged
back,
out.
you know, I mean, when I logged back in, it had changed.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know if some of you guys didn't get it. I'll hit it up again later when we're done with this. All right. So, let's see.
I don't know how to
What's that?
do stuff.
Tap
Oh,
your, which one's your,
It might do it.
just,
There we go.
you
Nice.
kind
Did
of
it?
flail until you get there.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it
Is
worked.
that me? Tap that.
Come on.
Just start smoking. I'm like, I don't know what I did.
All right. So, oh, my notes. I need my notes. DaggerFord.
That's four.
Okay. All right. So after, well, quite a few more hours. Let's see. You're about there. So yeah. So the rest of your travel to DaggerFord goes pretty quietly, as shit. I'm still learning everybody's names. This is fantastic. As Ilmir wanted. No issues. Essentially, there were point in times in your travel where you kind of get close to the coastline. You could see, you could see the sea. Actually, speaking of which, let's reopen this. If it'll let me. So again, you guys are actually going from. Oh, whoa! What in the shit in hell? Okay. Not cool. I'll just gate. North
So
of there.
we find ourselves on a cruise.
There we go. So it was about here, approximately there was where you had your encounter. So it still takes a couple hours, and it's actually getting into late evening, sun starting to set, so on and so forth, as you pull into DaggerFord. And Jimmy, he pulls up to and off to the side of the gates to DaggerFord, whereas the DaggerFord itself is not a huge town, but even still, they don't allow horse and cart into the city, into the province that they have. So on foot is where you have to go from here. But as you're starting to make your way in, you see a very merry band of well-dressed, flourishing colors of different types of clothing, and people wearing like bandanas, and they're dancing and going around a pit of fire and so on and so forth, dancing and being joyous. And a couple of them are doing kind of like sleight of hand style jokes and or tricks on passerbyers and so on and so forth. You see, occasionally one or two of them might get a little pushy as far as, their little begging style tricks, trying to, get a little extra coin off the passerbyers. But for the most part, they don't seem to really be bothering too many people. That's not necessarily true. They're bothering every person that's going past their encampment. But anyhow, the guards don't seem to be doing anything about them. They're manning the gates as they always do, and paying them no mind whatsoever. So Jimmy hops out of the cart, opens up the door for you all, and says, "DaggerFord, we are here. I will wait here with the horse if you need me."
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, excellent work.
"You're welcome, sir." And he bows his head, and he's like,
Oh, I was expecting some coin.
I'm gonna take his hand and pray with him.
Dap him up, yeah. Good job.
Good game, bro.
Thank you, ma'am. So you. There we go.
We should stay on Jimmy's good stuff.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Well,
We'll
it's up to you guys.
We'll get him something nice.
So you do make your way up to. There is like a moat that goes around the outside of the walls of DaggerFord, but the main entrance has a fairly wide bridge to let passerbyers in off the main road anyway. Actually, no, I don't want to put this up there. The gate guards, they just kind of patrol back and forth at the gate, going up and down the bridge, so on and so forth. At this point in time, they are not stopping people as they come into the town. So they're just patrolling, keeping the peace.
Awesome.
Where would you like to go?
Oh. Should we ask them about where Duchess Morwen lives, or do we know that information? Like her address kind of thing?
You can, if you wish.
think we should
Yeah,
Okay.
probably confirm with them.
No, that's fine.
make sure she's
Alive.
she's around.
Yeah. Or who knows?
Yep, that's
So
fine.
I guess that'll be our first order of business.
So who's going to initiate?
Do we roll?
You don't need to roll anything.
Okay.
Just whoever has
Yep.
confidence.
Okay.
Yep. Whoever has confidence, just say so.
Oh, sir. Where is Duchess Morwen living?
Where she living at?
You'll find the Duchess in her keep at the top of the hill. Go through the gates, past the marketplace, head north, and continue up on Duke's Way. You'll go up a hill, and there'll be another set of gates surrounding the keep. But the Duchess should be in currently.
Excellent. We'll proceed that way.
Thank you very much. Move along. Move along.
Shoot.
So you walk into the gates, walk past the gates rather, making your way kind of to a veering left around this big red building. The red building has it's like 2 to 3 stories tall. It has kind of like what it is it's like a 2-story building, and then it has a smaller 3rd story in the top center of it. So it's like another hatched roof on top. But in the name of this place on the sign that you see is Lady Luck Tavern. Just beyond that is a whole row of buildings that lead up Duke's Way, the road of Duke's Way. But on the left-hand side is where the marketplace is. A bunch of different carts with tents and so on and so forth. You hear, a smattering of anvils and, villagers shopping for food and so on and so forth. Let me see if I can get... town.
Is there anything we should stop and pick up while we're on our way, or just head right to the Duchess?
I don't think there's
Did
any reason
you-
to delay. I think
did
it's
you
getting
get a-
late anyway.
Did you need a second crossbow though? I can't remember. Like I thought you.
I do want that, but that can happen at any point.
Not urgent.
Yeah, not urgent.
The bandits that we took out, each bandit had a scimitar and a light crossbow.
Oh, did they?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
They're light crossbows, not hand crossbows.
Oh, there you go. You're
Right.
not a hand.
Yeah, he's looking for hand
Yeah,
crossbows.
because I want to do well.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
I think we should proceed to the Duchess, and we can.
yeah. You do that stuff later.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Alrighty. Heading up Duke's Way. Let's see. You pass by a building on your left-hand side. It's the name of this place is called Goblin's Cloth and Cordage. And as you continue up the path, one of the last buildings you see on the right-hand side, just before the opening and the hill going up to Lady Morwen's keep, is a place called the Lizard's Gizzard. Aside from that, there is a temple of Ilmater on the right-hand side, just before you get up to the wall, the gates of the Duchess keep. But at this point, the gate is closed. There are guards posted, of course, as you walk up.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Sorry, we're at the gate of the
The second
leading
gate.
into the Duchess's residence.
Yes.
Okay. And there's guards.
Yep.
Hello, guards. We come on business. We work for Acquisitions Incorporated, and we must speak with the Duchess.
Okay. Please stay here. We're going to send in a messenger to make sure that your claims are everything that you say. Do you have any kind of paperwork or identification proving this? This would make this a lot faster.
Yeah, we have the
He
contract.
must have the contract. Yeah.
Okay.
We
Great.
gotta sign it.
Thank you. And he opens it
That's
up.
what I said, she's gotta sign
It looks like it's all legit. We're just going to take this in real quick. Please be patient. We will be back shortly. I say we. It was just him. He goes on. He goes just on the inside of the gate. He cracks it open a little bit. Walks in a couple steps. Hands it over to another guard, and has a quick little conversation. Might be a little bit outside your range of hearing. Not sure, depending on if you wish to listen in. But for the most part, you don't gather it's anything all that important. And that person takes off in a quick hurry up to the house. You do kind of see through the gates. Again, this is more or less a what do they call them? Portcullis style gate, where it's the long iron bars and so on and so forth. Okay. But this one actually has a swing door in it, which does lock from one side, but at this particular time, they just kind of leave it unlocked, right? But anyway, through the portcullis, you see it looks like even at getting dark as it is, it looks like there's a nice path that leads up to a house that has another smaller set of walls that actually go around this house. It's almost rather intimidating on how many different wall sections there are for just one house.
Yeah.
But this particular house,
Barracks.
yeah,
Some kind of barracks, like,
kind of, but not really. But yeah, kind of. But anyways, so there's like a garden section off to the left. There's it looks like there's a well or some kind of water feature to the right. Some trees, like. Everything looks very well put together around here. Definitely high class society style living. I mean, even when you turn around and you look at this Temple of Ilmater that's right behind or right next to you, it's very ornate. It has dome style roof to it. It has a stack which has another dome on top. Wow, that got really loud all of a sudden.
That music I was expecting something better.
Right? No shit. But for the most part, like the grounds are very clean. The houses that are in this town they seem to be fairly well upkept. And everything that you've seen thus far, that doesn't look like there's any amount of like poor in this town whatsoever. Like everything looks not pristine, but very well kept. Like the people that live here actually care about where they live. Which is kind of a weird sight for you, considering most of you have come from poor districts and so on and so forth, have lived in those kinds of squalor type living conditions. So this is kind of off-putting that there's so many richer people that are living in such a small, tight-knit community. After a short period of time, a messenger comes back, and she says, the messenger says, yes, the Duchess is looking forward to meeting with you. She was hoping you'd be here sooner, but understandably, the road is kind of long. Yes, she wants me to bring you in. They're actually about to start dinner. I hope you're famished, because there's plenty of food to be had, and hopefully you will enjoy yourselves. They open the gate, let you walk on in. Okay. As you're making your way up to the house, the walls, everything about it is. A lot of this is all very well ornate stonework. Even the garden that was on the left-hand side, like there are straight rows of like rose bushes and all sorts of different types of flowering plants. And it just looks fabulous. Coming up to this, there we go. Coming up to the house itself, the house, granted, it's large, not the largest that you've seen even in the short period walk that you walked through the city. But it is a very large house. I mean, it would be a mansion for our size, right? For our times even. But for the most part, I mean, again, the house looks very good. Not really the biggest thing around, but very well defended. Has a huge wall like that encircles all the way around this damn thing. Has pillars on all four corners, and two towards the front where guards are standing up and walking across the walls and so on and so forth. So, I mean, yeah, it's closed off, if you will. You walk into the front door. You're greeted by a butler, and he takes your tour over from this point. And the butler says, welcome. You are the people from Acquisitions Inc. Yes. Do you have a name for your group that I can announce you by, or should I just announce each of you individually?
Maybe each of us individually for now.
Okay.
I can't think of a clever name yet.
Except for our known friend who's in the
Yeah,
sleeping in the car.
he's still asleep.
Who?
Yeah, who?
He doesn't get the next day.
Yeah.
Hope he was snoozing.
Yeah.
Hope he doesn't really have a
No.
Okay. And then I assume you all tell them your names and whatnot. And he's like, okay, if you would please follow me, I will take you into the dining hall, where Duchess is about to sit down with a few other dignitaries and have their feast. And he opens up one of it's a double door, big wooden, and it's kind of like a rounded at the top, ornate doors. Pulls open one, steps inside, and then starts announcing, Duchess of Morwind, you have guests. May I introduce Kira Zoltar?
I just picked a random drow. I would just assume it's like Zoutlar or something.
Kira Zaltalar, Ilmir Kolrath. Okay, thank you. Stanley Jepson.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Stanley Pines. My bad. I was looking at Jepson. Stanley Pines and Ma'am Ember of the halfling tribe. And he kind of ushers you in, shows you a couple of free open seats, and so on and so forth. Actually, oops, I didn't mean to actually close that. Stay again. Okay. So, the Dutch Lady Morwen sits at the head of a very long table, as you would expect, but he actually places you closer to where she's sitting. Two of you on one side, two of you on the other side. Probably at least 2 chairs down from where she is at the end of the table. To the left and right of her, she has a couple of what looks to be maybe advisors, high-level advisors to her, and then a few other people, just that you really have no clue who the hell these people are, just sitting in between them, maybe spouses or so on and so forth. But she welcomes you, and she says, "Thank you. Please sit. Dinner is being served as we speak." And a line of waiters come out and drop off different styles of food. A pig with an apple. There's a huge turkey with turkey legs, and so on and so forth. Like a massive feast for a bunch of people. Yams, mashed potatoes, peas and carrots, all the fixings that you can think of at this feast. And then, of course, rolls, butter galore, and some fancy style butters that's kind of like carved to look like, different animals and whatnot. But for the most part, you guys can partake in eating if you wish. As the night moves forward, not a whole lot of conversation is between you and her. She kind of eyes the 4 of you every once in a while. But for the most part, you see that she's more concerned with some of the other goings-on conversation-wise.
Can we overhear any important information or?
A lot of it is about the status of, how the town is, proceeding, and so on and so forth. There are a little bit of rumblings of some harpy activities towards the coast, where somebody who lives on the outside of the walls, a farmer, lost family members, so on and so forth. You might remember
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, I'm using it.
I don't remember. That sounds familiar.
That was the first quest I gave them. When they first came here.
Fortunately, I have a mind wipe, so it sounds familiar.
And then there's one person who down the table from you. He kind of like slams his hands down and he's like, "Enough of this. When are you going to deal with the peasants on the outside of the walls? They keep stealing our goods from us." And she kind of gives a stern look to this particular individual, and she says, "Sir, please, we have guests. I would appreciate that you conduct yourself accordingly. We will get to the matter shortly. But needn't you worry, the problem will be handled. um, he kind of gets up in a tiffy and storms out of the room. I would say another 15, 20 minutes. There's like a lull. People start excusing themselves from the table, thanking the Duchess for a fine, outstanding meal once again, and so on and so forth. The then a pall comes over the occasion as she voices her concerns about a band of wayward travelers camped outside the town's walls. She is now speaking directly to you. They seemed harmless at first, but Morrowind has received reports that they have begun harassing townsfolk. Obviously, you heard it firsthand. And other visitors as they come and go, demanding money, wine, threatening to put hexes on anybody who don't pay up. She says, yesterday, I ordered my guards to go scare them off. But as it is, my guards were unable to scare them off as they came back and appeared to actually be charmed. I guess is probably the best explanation. One guard actually pleaded with me to give them everything that we had in our coffers because they could put it to better use than we are. So, yes, they do seem to possess a little bit of magic abilities. And unfortunately, my guards are not equipped well enough to deal with such an issue. I don't want an armed conflict, but I need to send them a stern message that they cannot be sitting at our gates harassing the patrons of this city. So, I will sign your contract. And she pulls out the parchment that she had. She signs it. And she says, I don't care how you get rid of them, but get rid of them. Because if it has to come down to it, we will forcibly remove them any means necessary. And I do not wish to do that.
Well, I think you've hired the right people. We'll go down there and see what we can do.
Fantastic. Well, I look forward to hearing how you got rid of them.
Should we talk to the guards that have been charmed to try to get information out of them, or are they kind of too far gone kind of situation?
Well, most of the guards I've already sent home because they can't even seem to pull guard duty right now. Yeah, they became a liability. So we sent them home. Until it's such that they've either overcome the charm or who knows. But we'll have to look into getting them cured of that somehow.
Did they discuss any other weaponry that these travelers might possess, or?
The guards didn't really mention. Some of my guards say they have daggers on them that they've seen. As far as actual weapons, no. But Hard to say. Hard to say.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, the good news is that me and Ilmir have advantage on against being charmed
Oh,
because
that
of
is
Fey ancestry.
actually super helpful.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably one of the most vulnerable to those effects.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm an old man, old human.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good to know.
Yep.
It's really good to know. Too bad we couldn't send Gypsum ahead as a scouter, to see what's going on. Maybe sneak around and get some information.
Great.
No.
So, is there anything else? Of course, we will pay the Acquisitions Incorporated your fees as per usual once the job has been finished. But if there is anything else that you need of me, I will be here until I go to bed, which is going to be soon because I do have a city to run.
Yeah, as far as time frame goes, it's like nighttime, like dinner time.
Yeah, we're getting past that dinner time.
Okay. So we might have to visit the inn till tomorrow.
The sooner you can get them out of here, the better.
Okay. Okay. So it's a night vision.
Harass the type.
Yeah.
Which is, that's also an option, but it's a challenge.
Yeah. So that's something to consider. I don't know, what's the consensus? Do you want to try to rouse them out in the dark or
Well, I have dark vision.
I think it might be more vulnerable.
catch them
we've
by
got
surprise?
and we've got a drow and a half drow here. So.
When they're tired and
Yeah.
disorganized.
That's a good
Yeah, cantrips, but that's it.
Hopefully we don't have to.
Until I sleep.
Hopefully we won't have to come to using too many spells.
All right, so you make your way down there then?
Try to see what we can do. See what we can
Okay.
Well, we don't have to directly attack him, right? We can be a little sneaky
No.
about it.
No, I mean, you just talk to him. Yeah. All right, so.
Yeah, I know. That's all.
Well, I thought we short rested on the way.
Yeah, you short rested.
Yeah, so
Didn't you use any of your?
I didn't.
Shit. Go ahead and short rest.
Okay.
Get your hit points back up here.
So how do we? His benefit is 1d10 plus 3.
Either we roll or
No, you can do it right on there. They'll do it for you.
You can put that do we check there's also a checkbox for reset maximum HP changes during this rest? Can we do that or not?
I don't think you need to. Because that probably gets rid of like necrotic damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you haven't been taking any necrotic damage to reset your maximum HP. Because whenever you take necrotic damage, you're supposed to reduce your maximum HP.
I screwed something up.
Yeah, I screwed something up too.
All right, hang on.
The first.
I'll look at Stanley's. Oh, hey, good. It worked. All right, so.
I'll work on yours.
Let's see. Short rest. Clicky. Oh, you only get one short rest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Reset. Yeah, Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah. Okay.
I did roll on that. But yeah, as far as who goes up and talks to him, I mean, I know my vision's not great, but I do have the ranged weapons.
Would you roll for?
I'll roll again. Just for fame. I got an 8.
So 8 plus your
That'd be +3.
plus 3,
I
so
believe.
11.
Yeah.
Well, that'll max you out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
At least I'm back to not dying.
Yeah. So go ahead and you can refresh that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess you do have to. I thought there might be an option in their settings, their character settings, to automatically roll for you for
Right.
short rests. There must be.
Because it talks like it.
Yeah, I know.
It does,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think there is, but I mean that's fine if you want to roll your own heals, which I'm okay with too. That doesn't really matter. Otherwise, I think what it does is it might just do average, or it might automatically roll for you. But otherwise, you could still mark off the fact that you short rested, which you only have one short rest anyway. So you mark that off, and then just heal yourself after you roll.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, then I went back up to 13.
So what am I doing?
So what do you roll for your short rest?
It says 1d6 2.
Okay, so you
Do
roll.
that manually or?
Yeah, just do it manually. That's fine.
Yes, you should be back up too, right? Nice.
There you go.
Awesome.
Good. All right. Is everybody else good with that then?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. So you guys make your way back through the town, going back through the gates, so on and so forth, and heading down towards the outside of where the caravan grounds are, where you see these visitors. You see a dozen men and women gathered around a crackling bonfire. The folk are in good spirits. A few of them sing and dance around a fire, while others find happiness in their flasks and wineskins. 3 barrel-topped wagons are parked at odd angles, tied to a nearby tree. Grazing are a half dozen draft horses, wearing bright coats and bangles and tassels. Wow. Could that have been any harder to freaking read? Anyway, what do you wish to do?
I guess we just start by talking to him. No.
Yep.
Send out a representative.
Yeah.
Who has the most charisma?
Representative Binks.
I don't have a lot of charisma. Well, 10.
You two have charisma.
16. And got a plus, well, it's probably +3 to intimidation and persuasion.
And less likely to charge.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Vice versa. Intimidating.
Practice.
Yeah, you got to scare away that other captain. Or at least send him on his way.
All right. So,
Who wants to go?
I like the idea of one of you guys going because you're less likely to be charmed.
They're looking at you.
We can go together.
No, you want me to go? Okay, sure, I'll go with you.
Yeah, why not?
I'll give. Well, that's true. I can give you guidance and crap. If you
Well,
need it,
let's. Should we talk about what? You know, what we should be saying here? Yeah.
Oh, and also what happens if it doesn't go well?
Well, that's what I was wondering if I should post up a little further away,
Yeah.
get ready to shoot at him if anything goes crazy.
Yeah.
How many did we say?
How many?
How many people?
Yeah.
That's a good question. About how many? There.
A dozen.
Oh, okay. So that's quite a few.
So we definitely don't want it to come to.
Yeah, we don't really want to go there yet.
And who am I talking to?
Well, you
Specifically?
gotta you gotta go up and approach and find out.
All right.
Well, they all seem to be in good spirits. No one seems to be ready to fight.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah, they're all dancing, laughing, drinking.
You know, instead of just being like, "Hey, you guys need to leave. You're not wanted here," we could try to convince them that another city is a better spot. Also, you know. Who cares if
I
it's
think
somebody
I
else's
think I
problem?
have a bit of a plan here.
Okay.
Or at least just an approach.
Okay.
So just go up to the closest person that I can find and ask, who's your? Do you have a leader? Is there a representative of your little redneck group here?
So you walk up to this male figurehead. That is a terrible picture. I'm not going to show that. That's going to make you want to fight him right off the bat. Crazy. He looks like a goddamn pirate. So anyways, you walk up to this gentleman who's sipping on his wine flask, sitting on a log. He looks over and he says, "Oi, hey, how are you doing? What did you say?"
Is there a leader of your little congregation here?
Oh, sure. Let me get my my dad. Oh man, there's an old guy. He's right over there. He's right across the where the fire pit is. There's an older gentleman sitting there and talking to like kids and so on and so forth. It looks like he's like in conversation of like some storytelling or something. He says, "Yeah, he'd be the one you'd want to talk to. Give a yell at him. You got some coin? I could really use another drink."
Turn out my pockets.
Maybe, yeah.
Sorry, no coins.
Shoot. Okay. Well, next time I see you go ahead and pay me then.
It's a deal.
Great. So I assume you walk over.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll approach this father figure.
Yeah.
Hello.
So this older gentleman, mostly bald. You see a little few strands of hair on the top of his head, and he looks up as he's talking to these children, and he goes, "Oh, hello. How may I help you?"
Well, I was just wondering what you all were doing here.
"Oh, we're having a party. Come, drink, have some wine. Damn it, woman, get out here and get some wine for our new friends. Here, have a seat. You know, come around the campfire. Oh, have some drink with us. We're having a good time. We're a merry fellow. What brings you to these woods? I say woods, there's only 2 trees here, but nonetheless, they still give shade.
Trying to break it to him easy.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Like, how do we put this?
I'll abstain, thank you. But I appreciate your offer.
Well, anything that I have is obviously yours. You look like a very strong individual. You could probably just take it from me if you really wanted, couldn't you? Hey, look at you. You gray-skinned son of a bitch. Yeah, come on. You can have a drink. Everybody drinks. It's fine. But anyways, what can I do you for? You came all this way to see me for something. It isn't just to listen to children's stories by the fire, is it?
Well, I have just come to inform you, and I'm very sorry to say this, that I heard talk that come tomorrow morning, the Duchess would be sending out a whole board battalion of men to gather you all up and behead you all, and I think that that's a terrible thing, and I'm very understanding of your plight and partying attitudes. I just thought you should know I didn't want you to suffer that fate. So I think it would be best if you were on your way.
Stammer laughs. He says, don't worry. He says, we have no wish to make enemies of Lady Morwen. He says, so I tell you, I have a story to tell you. First, you listen, then we go.
Okay.
How about that?
That's fine.
Great.
Are you with me, by the way?
Yeah,
Okay, you
I'm
are
just
with me.
listening.
My guidance.
You didn't make a check yet.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, whenever you will, I'll give it to you.
So he pulls out a bag and takes some dust and blows it into the fire. Oh, sorry. My bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. Stammer fills his mouth with wine, then spits into the fire. The flames turn from orange to green as they dance and sway, and a dark shape appears in the bonfire's core. Actually, let me give you a handout. Show to everyone.
That's cool.
Someone else.
He continues, we come from an ancient land whose name is long forgotten, a land of kings. Our enemies forced us from our homes, and now we wander the lost roads. The dark shape in the fire takes the form of a man being knocked from his horse, a spear piercing his side. Stammer continues, one night, a wounded soldier staggers into our camp and collapsed. We nursed his terrible injury and quenched his thirst with wine. He survived. When we asked him who he was, he wouldn't say. All he wanted was to return home, but we were deep in the lands of his enemies. We took him as one of our own and followed him back toward his homeland. His enemies hunted him. They said he was a prince, yet we didn't give him up. Even when their assassins fell upon us like wolves. Deep in the bonfire, you see the dark figure standing with the sword drawn, fighting off a host of shadowy shapes. This man of royal blood fought to protect us. As we protected him, we bore him safely to his home, and he thanked us. He said, I owe you my life. Stay for as long as you wish. Leave when you choose, and know that you will always be safe here. The figure in the dancing fire vanquishes its final foe, then disappears in a cloud of smoke and embers. Stammer's face becomes a somber mask. A curse has befallen our noble prince, turning him into a tyrant. We alone have the power to leave his domain. We've traveled far and wide to find heroes such as yourselves to end our dread lord's curse and put his troubled soul to rest. Our leader, Madame Eva, knows all. You will return to Barovia with us and speak with her, will you not?
We actually, we do work for a company, and I don't know if they would approve of that. So I would love to, but
there's no better company than the company we hold here. You promised to come with us, and we will leave tonight.
Where is Barovia?
Oh, it's just up the road a little ways.
I mean,
It would get them to leave.
it would get them to leave, but we also wouldn't be able to. Also, I can't speak with you right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm a little far away. That's right.
It would get them to leave, but we wouldn't be able to collect our money from our contract. But I don't know. Place kind of seemed like a dead end job anyway. So
We could meet them in Barovia tomorrow.
yeah,
We have a prior thing we promised, but we will definitely hold up our.
Could you wait for us on the on the outskirts of town, maybe just a few miles down the road. Meet up with you later.
Yeah, right in the morning we'll go.
Oh, unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's now we leave or we're gone to another place. But
I do have some other traveling companions, co-workers. So I think we might want to.
By all means, gather your people.
Okay.
And we will leave as soon as you return.
Okay. Could I just confer with them really quick? Would that be a bother?
By all means, do what you need to do. We'll be right here celebrating until you come back. And maybe we'll have more to celebrate if you do come with us.
So what do you guys think about following this crazy
We're gonna have to do our job.
this crazy old man back to Barovia? It doesn't really seem like it'd be a good idea. But if you guys have any thoughts.
Well, our job is to make
They can leave.
them leave, right?
Right, but again, we can't collect on our contract, and
Mhm.
Gone.
I don't think the company would maybe
I
approve
wouldn't want
this.
us to abandon.
Could we?
It's fair.
Is there any way we can get in touch with the company?
Oh, could we send Jimmy back?
It
It might
as a
take a
messenger?
while.
I will
Oh,
take,
that,
yeah.
that's true.
Is there any?
Well, the contract had been signed already. Jimmy could always curry it back, and with payment too. If you
Oh,
want
yeah,
to talk to
that's
him.
true. I guess,
Maybe that's-
yeah. I guess we could tell Jimmy to hang back and tell her in the morning that we did our thing, but we had to convince them to leave by going with them.
All right.
And is there any way we can grab stuff before we go?
We've had a long day. If you don't mind us replenishing.
Yeah, getting things together before we head out.
Are you going back and talking with Stanley about this, or
Yes. that's-
okay?
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe we'll all go together.
We just need to grab some things in town.
yeah.
We need another hand crossbow, unless you have one.
Yeah, that's what you have.
I mean, we have our own methods of protecting ourselves, but
Okay.
there might still be a shop. It's getting pretty late, but there might still be a shop open to grab some essentials. But like I said, the sooner we can get moving, the better for everyone, right? I would like to keep my head. You want to finish your
fulfill the
contract.
Yeah.
So take whatever time you deem necessary.
We'll be back in a jiffy.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let me close that real quick.
So we do a light jog back to town. Well, it's not that far away. They're
No,
right
it's not
outside
that
the
far.
gates. Yeah.
No, it's not that far at all. Let me take a look. So as you kind of walk back in, the gates for the main portion of the city are now mostly closed down to one swing door. But in neither case, there obviously there's guards. They're willing to let you in if you need to go and grab some things. He says, if you're looking for something in particular, you might be lucky enough to catch. There is Cromatch's Smithies. It is just over here to my right. He's facing outward. To my right, it is right along the wall on the southern side of the marketplace. You could try them. Other than that, there is Jordan Smith. Where is he? He's further that way in the corner of the city. So if the first one isn't open, then you can try that one. He's just right around the corner. You just kind of have to dash through an alleyway through a couple of the houses that are right there, but you should be able to find them. Either one of those two. They're usually pretty decent as far as quality smithing is considered. If you need, Guildmaster's Hall would be closed right now. General goods, if you're looking for more general goods type stuff.
We kind of just need a hand crossbow.
Yeah, that's
We'll go to that
Is that all you
place.
need?
We'll go
Okay.
sniffing.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, by all means, don't let me keep you any longer, because the longer I'm keeping you talking, the closer he's probably going to be to closing. And I'll be damned if my sundial would work at night. I would tell you what time it actually was, but unfortunately, these damn wrist dials don't really work as well in this without daytime late. But by all means, go ahead, proceed.
All right.
I don't know if it locks into your brain just right then, but like sundials are kind of like set on a north axis and so on and so forth. So to have a personal wrist dial doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Alright, so we run off to the first one then.
Yeah.
Is it open?
Crow matches. Cromach Smithy. Yeah, knock on the door. You hear a little grumbling inside. Just a second. And this dwarvish looking fellow comes up, opens the door. He says, Jesus, I'm getting slogged in here. I mean, what do you want?
We're just looking for a nice, dependable hand crossbow, if you got it.
Okay, great. Let me take a look. Oh, God. Got a longbow? No, you don't want that. Blowgun? Did you say blowgun? No, of course you didn't say blowgun. Yeah, here we go. I got one. How much gold you got on you? Because these things ain't cheap, you know.
How much is it?
Well, I usually sell them for about 65 gold.
That is a high price. I've never heard of a hand crossbow.
That is a very high price.
Maybe we'll just check out the other smithy then.
Well, I tell you right now, I got the better prices, and once my door closes, you're not coming back in.
Well, there's no way we're gonna pay 65 gold.
All right. Okay. What do you have? Maybe we can settle on something, because really I would like to just make a little extra few gold and go back to my drinking.
All right, that makes sense. All right, so
Would he be down with any sort of a trade? I can give him a shield and another light crossbow and some gold for the hand.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay.
Alright, so,
Well, how's the quality of the shield? Did you use it much?
no, not at all.
it's almost brand new. It's not battle worn at all.
Great. I love it. And then you hand over the shield, I assume.
The shield and the light crossbow as well.
Okay. He looks over the shield,
I
and
think only 15 gold.
there's
that's
like
all.
a slight etch in the inside rim of the shield, and he's looking at it, and he's like, "What the hell kind of bullshit is this? What is this property of Inc? What is that?
That isn't ours. Take care of it.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't
well.
think about that.
What is this garbage?"
That's actually a really high quality shield and water deep.
High esteemed company.
Company might be kind of before you have to sell that.
Yeah, that's
So, is this stolen? Is this stolen goods?
No. They gave that to us.
Oh, you could just go giving it away. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. He tosses it behind him. I got friends. I got friends in low places that can sell this shit. What you got for gold on you though? I need to go get another flask.
I think
So, I thought.
we got 4 gold each, right, from that other thing, from getting the bandits. 4 gold, 10 silver.
I thought that was like the total gold.
Oh, that was the total.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're not gonna tell them we have all.
And I think I only have 15. Is that what
Well,
that is?
How do you know how much personal gold you
Yeah,
have?
I think
It should say right on your
Inventory
character sheet.
in the top right.
Inventory cover? Oh yeah, okay. So we've got 2 gold and 8 silver, maybe.
You were keeping track with this. You kept track of that.
2 gold? Are you fucking?
Low.
Are you kidding me, Missy?
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I can see the pouch hanging on the side of your belt there. There's more than 2 gold in that pouch. I can smell that kind of crap.
Listen.
There's at
That's my
least
religious-
5 gold in that damn thing.
All right, you're right. I was lying. It's 5. You got me.
Good. Hand it over.
Okay.
Christ, this is the most rip-off kind of shenanigans I've ever heard of. 5 gold for something that's supposed to be 65 gold. You know, there's a lot of craftsmanship that goes into this.
Can we give him any alcohol to sweeten the deal?
He's agreed to this. So can we all agree to take 1 gold away from our?
How much does Stanley have?
I think I have a lot. 15.
You have 15.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
So does
I'm
it
trying to
she?
be- I'm trying to be the you know.
I mean, between the two of you, you have half the amount of gold that you need to buy this thing outright.
All right, just give him the 5 gold.
All right, I'll give him the gold. I'll give him the
I thought we were sharing Stanley's burden.
Yeah, no.
Well, you know me.
Yeah,
I'm,
it's my
you know me.
Yeah.
I'm the religious one, so I'm like trying to be
So yeah,
kind.
I'll hand
Be
over.
kind, but yet screw this guy over.
Well, you know, we have a grand.
It's a grand design.
We have a grand design adventure here. We need this crossbow to do good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hand over the shield, the light crossbow, and 5 gold.
Great. Great. And he's grabbing everything, and he's like jingling the 5 gold. He goes, yeah, something about this don't seem right. I don't know what. It feels light. Feels light.
Who's got the high charisma?
Ah, fuck it.
You're just really strong. That's why.
Yeah, you're so buff.
Give me persuasion. Roll for
Yeah,
persuasion.
that's awesome.
Sure. Can I give myself guidance first?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
you can?
I
Yeah.
forget what it
That's
is.
cool.
Is it 4?
D4.
Okay. 3.
Oh shit.
And then is it the 20 for?
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Nice. 16 total with the 3?
No, it's 19.
19?
It was a
Oh,
16
nice.
Plus 3, so it's 19.
And then what's your persuasion?
I got base charisma. I got nothing.
Okay. Still, that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, you're right. I am pretty strong. Says, you know, you might be on to something here. Says, anyway, be off with you. I gotta go back to my drinking.
All right, let's get out of here.
Let's
Please.
go. Yeah.
Skedaddle.
I think we gotta go talk to
Don't
Jimmy.
forget to equip your second-hand crossbow.
Yeah, I
Now
gotta
that you
figure out
have
all
one.
that craziness.
Should we go talk to Jimmy?
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
ready.
So you make your way back outside where your cart was parked. Is
Oh, okay.
parked where it is parked, where it was last parked. And anyway, you see the cart. Jimmy doesn't seem to be anywhere within visual sight. However, you do hear a noise coming from inside the cart.
I don't know.
It's doing the Jepson.
Yeah.
or vice versa. What's Jepson doing to Jimmy? Poor Jimmy. He seemed like a special case.
Can we go peer in the window?
Yeah,
See what's going on?
by all means, give me a perception.
So it's really D20.
Yeah. Do you have no wisdom modifier for perception? It'd be proficiency plus wisdom.
Perception is +2, and I got 9. 9 plus 2.
But you have
Yeah,
disadvantage.
you
Oh,
have
that's
disadvantage.
that's only in
Oh,
daylight.
okay.
That's only in daylight. Yeah. Oh, sorry. What'd you have?
9 plus 2.
9, so 11. Yeah. So you kind of walk up to the cart. There's 2 bodies in the cart, both of which are just snoring away.
Okay. Good.
Are they spooning?
No. There's one bench. One body's on one bench. The other body's on the other bench.
Okay.
So you have Jepson on one, and you have Jimmy on the other.
All right. So open the door. And rouse Jimmy for his slumber.
Yeah.
Jepson can
Yeah.
remain.
Yeah.
He's a,
He's chilling.
he's a sleepy guy.
Super nap.
Oh.
I'm gonna shake Jimmy awake.
Shake me awake.
Uh,
So rude.
He kind of like startles. Ah! What? Oh, shit. What can I? Hi. What can I do? What can you do? What can I do to you? For you? Will you? What?
Do we think we can like trust Jimmy to get this done? You don't think you're gonna
I
mess it up?
know.
I think so.
All right.
He'll be
All right. Hope we didn't do that. Well, Jimmy, we've got a couple tasks for you to do. You're the most dependable cart driver that I've ever known. So I think you're the man for the job.
Aye. And he like puts up this weird salute type thing.
Well, we've taken care of the Duchess's problem, but unfortunately, we're going to have to get out of here, and it won't be by cart. So, well, maybe somebody else's cart.
Someone else's car.
It looks like they have cart. So we just need to, or you just need to let the Duchess know that, it's taken care of, and you can take that news back to the company. And we appreciate your service.
Are you firing me?
No.
Oh,
You still work for the company.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
Okay.
We don't have.
Okay. I sorry. Last time somebody said we appreciate your. Would you say appreciate what? It doesn't. They fired me, so it was just kind of like I can't really lose this job, but no, I got this. I got you. I'll get you. You got the paperwork.
Yes.
Good.
So here's the paperwork, and here's a copper for your troubles.
There we go.
Thanks. He's like super excited to actually get a coin from you, but also in a way kind of like disappointed that it's only a copper.
Yeah.
But he's like, okay, thank you. Like he doesn't want to seem, what's the word I'm looking for? Like ungrateful, but at the same time he's just like,
Disappointed.
yeah. It's like, really? Okay.
Jimmy, this is my most important copper. Nobody else could have this but you.
Awesome.
This was given to me by my father.
This is a family heirloom.
I will take good care of it next
Thank
time I
you.
go drinking. He goes, but I got you. Don't forget snores a lot over there. Bring him with you. Make sure he goes wherever you go, because I can't bring him back.
Fair enough.
Um,
How much does Gypsum weigh? He can't weigh that much. He's
We can
just,
probably
we can carry
somebody
it.
can sling him over.
you can just wake him up, and we'll just
Okay, yeah.
we'll
see
just
if he comes
pretend
over.
he's a
Yeah.
tag along NPC or some
Yeah,
shit.
just for now.
Yeah.
He's kind of sleepwalking.
Yeah.
He's still drowsy.
Yeah, exactly. I would hate to have a game with him where he's by himself trying to get into Barovia.
Oh, yeah.
He wakes up in the cart. What the heck?
I know.
Back in water deep.
Yeah.
No. It's like,
By the way, the rest of the party decided to leave you back in the cart sleeping.
Home alone situation.
Oh, it's good.
I don't need you guys anyway.
Yeah.
Last time you ever steal from me again, motherfucker. All right, great. So you take care of business. I assume you're going to make your way back to Stamir. Great.
Yep.
So you you see Stamir, and surprisingly, the Visitani seem to be very spry, even though they've been drinking a shit ton. But at the same time, what's what I'm looking for?
I'm not sure if you told us the name of this group before.
The troop.
Oh, I probably haven't, but that's all right. They're very thorough and getting packed up. They're very quick. You know, like you could tell immediately this is a tribe of people that know how to move when they need to move. You know, and when after making your way back and seeing their progress, horses are already ready to go. They're bridled up and so on and so forth. They're ready to go. The fire's been put out. You know, like for the most part, the grounds are kind of a mess a little bit from trash that was left behind, but everything that they've had is packed back up into their carts, and they are good to go. Just waiting on you. I mean, it's, you know, it's a dozen or so more of them, you know, so it's like when they get going, they know, and when, you know, that shit needs to hit the fan and they need to move.
Well-oiled machine.
Yeah, exactly. So Stamir, he says, great. You came back and you brought another individual. Good to see. Who is this person's name? Actually, you know, it doesn't matter. We were able to make a set of quarters because the travel will be, well, it'll be. So we'll give you the front cart to yourselves, and you can, if you need to, take a rest, whatever it is you need to do. But the cart is yours. There's nothing really of value in there, so you can do whatever it is you need to do inside. But you know, try not to destroy the cart, if you will, please. It is our livelihood. But we will be leaving as soon as you're already set up and you're ready to go.
Cool.
Um,
Yes, we'll hop in. And
Great.
settle up.
Awesome.
Should be good.
Awesome. So that closes that out. Lands and Suburbia. Okay, so you get settled up into the cart. These carts are actually considerably larger interior size than the last cart that you guys were in. There's actual beds in here. You know, granted, just big enough for one person to sleep on, but essentially there's enough. You know, they kind of stacked up in there so they can get a couple people, you know, sleeping and so on. And there are foot lockers and whatnot to put your gear into if you want to stow your gear or whatnot. The foot lockers are currently empty, but for the most part, you hear a nice tight whip, and the horses start moving the carts. At first pull, it seemed like it was just a little bit of a hesitation for the horses to get the cart rolling, but it doesn't take long for the carts to get up to speed. And you are on your way. It does seem to take some time. If you want, you do have enough time. You can take the long rest
Okay.
if you need to. For those that are spellcasters and need the long rest.
I'm a spellcaster, but I do not need the long rest.
Me
Yeah.
No.
I do.
Yeah.
You can for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as things are, it is a what's the word I'm looking for? A peaceful night for the people that are taking long rests.
But do we not all have to take it at the same time?
You don't have to. As a matter of fact, I think the two of you only need to do it for 4 hours, right? Because you're drow.
Elves in general,
Yeah.
and half elves.
Yeah, does half elf have that too?
Yeah, I think so.
Just the 4-hour meditation kind of thing.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, so you only need to technically meditate for 4 hours, and then, which is a great thing about having elves, because, you can take longer watches,
Mm-hmm.
But either way, in your time in the cart before you actually fall asleep, you kind of get the motion of the road and the sounds and so on and so forth of the horses' hooves clopping on the grounds. One of you want to give me a perception check for me?
I have +5, so I can do it.
Yeah, don't matter. One of you.
Plus
I'll
three.
give myself guidance again.
Okay.
That was just a 1 that time. So
That's fine.
19.
Nice.
So 20.
So at one point, when you kind of roll over, or if you're doing your meditation thing, you kind of break from your meditation and you peer out one of the windows, kind of just at the right moment where you see, you see distance, because you do have dark vision. You see a little bit of distance, but you see tree, and then all of a sudden there's just like this fog that now is dense and has covered the window. And you look through the other windows to see behind you. You look out the back window. There's another set of horses in that cart as well, but there's nothing but fog, dense fog on either side, and you see nothing else beyond the fog. Not really giving it any thought. You just kind of go back to your meditation. Oh, this is not the one that I wanted. I do want this. This is not the actual one that I wanted. Which one is that? Is that the land? No. Come on. Sorry. I am looking for something specific. It is not showing me for some reason. Okay, here we go. As you all come to in the morning, the carts come to a halt. Stamir kind of goes up to the door, the cart, knocks on the door real quick, and kind of creaks it open a little bit. Is everybody presentable?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, great. He opens the door. We have made it to Barovia. Unfortunately, the carts cannot move any further, so you will have to proceed on foot from here. But like I said, what you're going to want to do is follow this road. The road will take you through a town, and then you're going to want to go down this hill, and you want to go near to the Tizer Pools. There's an outcropping of our people, the Visitani people that live there, and you're going to want to speak to Madam Ava. She is an elder of our tribe. She's been in these lands for many, many years. Very wise woman. She can give you a little bit more information and some insight to your purpose here. Please see her as soon as possible. And so as you kind of hop out of the carts, you see a long road, dirt road, on either side, dense, tall trees. The trees themselves, not a whole lot in the way of foliage. The trees themselves look live enough to be there, but not necessarily dead. Overhead is a low-lying mist that kind of blankets the sky. You can tell it's daylight, but it's muted, if that makes sense.
Really gray.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Overcast.
Very overcast. You see black pools of water that stand like dark mirrors in and around the muddy roadway, I should say. I just said this part, but whatever. Giant trees loom on both sides of the road with their branches clawing at the mist. Stamir says, if you keep heading west on this road, you should have no issues. I will give you one more suggestion. Stay out of the woods. The woods are not safe.
Yeah, we must follow the path.
Stay on the path. Aside from that, thank you for your help. And I hope you are victorious in saving our prince. He kind of whips his hand around. As he does, the horses actually start doing a U-turn on the road, and the carts are heading back towards the eastern direction. He hops on the back of one of the carts, kind of spry for an elderly-looking man, and kind of gives you almost like a wave salute. Good luck. And maybe I'll see you again. As he kind of disappears off into the mist.
I don't know what we we've gotten ourselves into.
Hmm.
This place doesn't seem so inviting.
Need that. Okay. So, traveling on this road, it takes about 5 hours or so. And then you see go to this. Do that. Here we go. Actually, I want to this. The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you. Ahead, junting from impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses. Looming gray in the fog, huge iron gates hang on stonework. Dew clings to the cold, dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you only with silence. There you go.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
As you approach, the gates swing open with screeching as the hinges move. Once you pass through the gates, you look and the gates slowly screech to a close behind you, as if being operated by something, but there's nothing there. Continuing forward on this road, towering trees whose tops are lost in heavy gray mist block out all but death gray light. The tree trunks are unnaturally close to one another, and the woods have the silence of forgotten grave, yet exude the feeling of an unvoiced scream. I'm gonna pull up something real quick. Here we go. So, here is what I'm going to do. Close this. Going to show you a little bit. I'm just going to make sure of what you actually see here. There we go. Okay. Do. Right there. Oh, of course there's no light. Why would there be? Huh? Why would
It's
there?
Barovia. What do you expect?
Super dark.
Hold on. We will change that. Dynamic lighting. There we go. So
Oh, okay.
here's where we are right now. So you guys just came through the gates. The road that you're currently on is called the Old Savalich Road. Savalich. Old Savalich Road. Svalich. It takes, I will say, it takes several hours just to get from the gate. No, not several hours. It takes probably 2 hours to get from the gate to the opening where, come on, here we go. Where the fields open up and you don't have you're not towered by trees on either side of you. In the distance, oops, that's not what I wanted. Come on, 5 foot. Let's do that.
Is there any sign of like birds or beasts or any sounds like that? Everything's just kind of dead.
So
Eerie.
occasionally
Silent.
you'll see your healer. Actually, give me perception.
Okay. Perception. Do I just roll?
I'll give you guidance first. So
Oh, deal. So I do the
the 4.
The
D20
4.
on the
Oh,
triangle.
20.
I think we'd be D20.
Well,
It's both.
for guidance.
D4 and
Okay,
D20
Okay.
because she's giving you
Okay.
guidance.
So I got 2 on the
Yep, plus D20.
That's a D20.
1.
I don't think that's a D20 though.
What is
that
it?
a D12?
Is that a 12? Yeah, that's a 12.
I think that's D12.
Oh,
Give
sorry.
give yourself a fighting chance.
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself.
Oh, 19.
There you go.
Much better.
Okay, so
It's
21.
much harder to roll a 19 on a D12.
Yeah, yeah.
Not saying you can't, but
So,
That sucks.
yeah, you perceive occasionally a squawk of like a crow
Awesome.
or possibly a raven. I mean, they kind of look the same. Not really sure which.
The only thing I was going to throw out there, I got a +3 to animal handling, so I want to see if I can get any of the
You
birds
also
to
have
help us
+3
out.
to perception, so you actually got higher than that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I actually got like a 24 or something.
It'll matter.
Yeah.
I
want to talk to the birds.
Oh yeah, you do have animal handling.
You cannot talk to the birds.
Yeah.
You can squawk at the birds.
Yeah. You can't just have full-on conversations. I mean, you can talk to any animal,
Right,
yes.
right, but it's not going to
But-
understand.
It might not necessarily understand you. It might understand intent, like dogs understand intent, right?
Yeah.
Most animals can.
Okay.
Depending on your demeanor, how you handle yourself, so on and so forth.
However,
However,
picture an old guy feeds the birds give us information somehow, maybe steal some coin.
I mean, that would take a lot
I know.
of animal handling trials.
Yeah.
Let's say that. But nonetheless, you do. So the area does open up, like I said, to a vast clearing. In the distance, there's a river This river flows as clear as a blue winter sky through the valley. The lands that were here look to be old farmland. So to like, how do I explain? Like there are patches or fencing, like broken down fencing, rotted, so on and so forth, like years of neglect kind of evidence that you're seeing. The possibility that this area was farmed a long time ago is very high on your list as far as being a possibility here. And however, you don't see like
any wildlife or any anything like that.
Right.
It's all pretty barren.
For the
As far
most
as that
part.
goes.
You hear some crows every once in a while, and occasionally, when you peer into the wood line, you hear a howl. I mean, you can give me a history check if you want, to determine what kind of creature that would be.
Is that
I'll give you advantage.
I don't have any additions to history.
Now you probably don't.
No. But do I just roll
2D.
2d20. Yeah.
Okay, so just roll.
Yep.
So
Roll.
I got an 18.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You're not gonna get too much more other than the fact that you believe they're probably from wolves.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's why you gotta stay out of the woods, I guess.
As far as part of your perception in hearing this and understanding that what you're hearing is wolves, the howl that you're hearing appears to be far enough away at this moment that you're not in any immediate danger. If that makes sense. And as you can see on the maps, there is a settlement far up ahead. Kind of hard to make out from your even from your position. If you guys are like right here coming out, it would still be pretty far off in the distance. But you can definitely see that there is a settlement out that way.
All kinds of buildings and stuff.
Yeah. But even still, it looks to be far enough away where it could still take a couple hours to even get there.
Okay.
Now, with that, and this is the part that kind of sucks about being in Barovia. Travel sucks in Barovia.
You gotta walk everywhere, basically.
You got to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm only showing you a small portion of this map so far because I'm trying to keep some of it away from you right now.
Okay.
Until you start getting to know people and getting more information, so on and so forth. But anyways, what time is it? 5:48. Okay. Kind of pause for a second.
Yeah.
How long did you guys want to go? Because I can keep going.
What are you thinking?
I still got plenty prepared, so we can keep going.
I think we were thinking like a little past 6, so like 6:30 or something like that. But if it's
Okay.
whatever's a logical
No,
kind of endpoint.
that'll work.
Yeah,
6:30 will work. It gives me a little less than an hour. Okay, sure.
that works.
Perfect.
I'm cool with that.
Love it. I got a little something for you then.
Awesome.
Let me pull up. Do. Yay. Nope, that is not what I want to show. That is not what I want either.
I wish I had an army of birds in real life. It'd be awesome.
Should we? Okay. So, after a few hours of travel, you come up to an abbey. It's about halfway to that settlement or so. This abbey appears to be, or the remnants, I should say, of what probably was the landowner's house for the old farms that were set, but now have kind of dwindled away. This house, dark as a tombstone.
So wait a minute, is it landowner's house or is it an abbey?
Well, an abbey is basically a collection of different buildings, right? The house itself is the master house. An abbey would be the house plus a stables plus a barn of some kind, right? So that would be considered the abbey, or an abbey, if you will. A soft whimpering draws your eyes towards a pair of children standing in the middle of an otherwise lifeless doorway.
So I guess we'll call out to them and see.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's going on here? Where are your parents? Where are all the people?
After hushing the boy, the girl turns to you and says, "There's a monster in our house." She then points to a tall brick row, or a tall brick house that has seen better days. Its windows are dark. It has a gated portcullis on the ground floor, and a rusty gate is slightly ajar. Yeah. Yes, I think I can give you. And anyways, so what you see is an older girl who is holding the hand of a younger boy. And she says, "My name is Rose, and this is Thorn." Says, "Our parents are still inside, but we weren't able to find them. And we heard some terrible noises coming from under our house. So we ran." "Could you help us? I fear for our baby brother. I think he's still in the house, but I don't know where my parents are."
Yes, I think it says this. We'll go in and see what's up. We'll help.
Okay.
We'll leave the kids with Jefferson.
Yeah. Jefferson can hang out and protect the kids outside. That's a good idea.
Okay. All right, so let's do this.
Pull out the
Let's get you
blocks.
guys.
Yeah.
Shoot the hand crossbow sideways.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Motherfucker!
I don't know how I'm gonna reload it, but this is hella fun.
Rolling up in this bitch.
Like turn it upside down, the bolt falls out. It's like, oh, that didn't work.
Oh, sick! I forgot I had that. Nice. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Fucking shit up here. Fuck. I want to bring you guys. Damn it. Get this out of my way. Put you guys here. Oh, of course.
Oh, that's cool
Yeah. Well, would have been cool, but oh shit.
though. Is it showing us too much?
It's showing you too much. Damn it. I think I forgot to do the damn lighting on this one.
Oh yeah, the dark out thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We can pretend.
I'm gonna have to.
Just might wreck ourselves.
Mhm.
What else?
Yeah. What else? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. What I'll do is I actually got to go back and pick you guys up off from this map. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. Nope. Don't need the cart too. God damn it.
That's long gone.
Yep. Oh, that's not one.
We'll have to come up with a cool name for our troop eventually.
Okay. Paste. Bam. There you go. Okay, who's going first?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Jump in, crossbows drawn.
All right. So, the entrance of this house, like I said, has a wrought iron gate with hinges on the side, a lock on either side. A lock on the other fills the archway of a stone portico. The gate is unlocked, and its rusty hinges shriek when you open the gate. Oil lamps hang from the portico ceiling by chains, flanking a set of oaken doors that open into a grand foyer. So that basically gets you through here, and then you open up and go through. Hanging on the south wall, south actually being that direction, which is kind of weird that they say it this way, but whatever. Of the foyer is a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a stylized golden windmill on a red field, flanked by framed portraits of a stony-faced aristocrat.
The blood of the peasants.
Mahogany framed double doors leading from the foyer to the main hall are set with panes of stained glass.
The
So
fancy place.
that goes right up to this here. I I assume you enter in.
Yes.
You enter in the main hall, a wide hall, runs the width of the house with a black marble fireplace at one end, and a sweeping red marble staircase at the other. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword with a windmill cameo worked into the hilt. The wood paneled walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, and satyrs, whatever. The decorative panels follows the staircase as it circles upward to the second floor. But anyhow, yeah, you have a few doors.
Mm-hmm. So should I holler back and say the coast is somewhat clear? You all come in.
I think I would think I'd probably follow him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I assume that's going to be the.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Can we take the cool sword and shield?
Oh,
Do any of us even use long swords?
Yeah, but they look cool.
we could sell them.
That's fine. I mean,
That's
you could
true.
take them.
Like this is payment. They don't
These
have
poor
anything
kids.
anyway. We're gonna steal this
Yep.
shit.
They're orphans, possibly.
won't
Also,
notice.
we're stealing
Yeah.
from you.
I mean, if you want to, you could take them off the walls. I mean, they're ornate sword and shield. I mean, they're not really
They're not combat worthy, or they're more
No.
decoration. type
more for
thing.
decoration than anything.
They can still take them and sell them.
We're gonna have a hard time selling stuff.
Yeah, we might,
Probably.
but it is an option, so that's something.
Anyway,
Well, yeah, I guess
where do you want
we'll
to go?
continue to sweep the house. I don't know if we should move in groups or
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we do all four or split into two groups?
maybe.
Why don't we stick together?
Classic horror movie.
Yeah.
Like cheese.
Yeah.
Smooth swords.
All right. So, which direction?
We're first level characters. We're a tiny group.
Yeah, that's
Together.
I think
that's.
Tony's our
Oh, okay. I'll run in first, I guess. I mean, technically, we can't see into the next rooms, right? We're in this room now,
but there's
so
like 4, I guess, ways to go here.
Yeah.
3, 4.
I mean, it looks like there's enemies in there, although I'm not supposed to know that. So yeah, I guess rule the right. We'll take the first door on the right.
Right here?
You go ahead and do it.
This furniture.
Before you open the door, I just want to move to the other side of that room behind you.
Okay.
Instead of being
Right
in this
here?
little hallway. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
That way I just have a nice view.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Could I actually do like a perception and just see if I can hear anything
Yeah.
in that room that's Tony's about to enter?
Sure.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
I'll give you guidance for that too. Just always doing that.
Yeah, no, it's good.
8 plus 2 plus 1.
11. Okay. Sounds pretty quiet.
Those should be clear.
Alrighty. So I'll proceed to open the door.
Okay. This oak paneled room looks like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is a stag's head. And positioned around the outskirts of the room are 3 stuffed wolves.
Okay.
2 padded chairs draped in animal furs face the hearth with an oak table between them, supporting a cask of wine, 2 carved wooden goblets, a pipe rack, and a candelabrum. A chandelier hangs above a cloth-covered table surrounded by 4 chairs. 2 cabinets stand against the wall. I don't want to say anything about that. Nope, I don't want to say anything about that. And yeah, so that's what you see
Okay.
so far.
I guess I'll move further into the room by the chairs. Maybe inspect the wine, whatever. Smell it,
Yeah,
Just take a look at the
Yeah, put
what's
your-
going on.
put you right there or whatever. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. Yeah, you pick up the cask of wine. Pop out the cork. You take a sniff. Smells like wine.
Okay, nothing crazy, nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else?
Could I do any other perception check to see if there's anything like super out of the ordinary or anything obscure? Or
Yeah, I mean, there's
Doesn't really-
cabinetry to check out. I mean,
Okay.
it depends on what you're seeing in the
Is
room.
what
Is
it is.
all it's everything
Okay.
that you have available to you. So,
Okay.
I mean, if there is something particular there that you want to inspect, by all means, give me a perception check.
Okay. I guess. Yeah, I'll do a perception check for the cabinet behind me. Maybe. I'll start
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Can I do my guidance from way back here? Or am I too-
Is it a touch spell? I don't
I'll
remember.
crawl in and look around.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that too.
It's either line of sight or touch, whichever.
It is touch, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you have to
Okay,
touch
I'll
them.
just move in there.
And say, well, why don't we
Okay.
all follow in and
Yeah.
look around?
Yeah, that works.
I don't know where you each want to be, but
Put
him by the
in
door.
The room, yeah. Cool. Alright, so I'll do the 4 first.
yeah, it's fine.
So I got a 4. That's awesome.
There you go.
27. That's not so great.
Do you have any
So 4, 5,
modifiers?
6, I do got plus 3.
For 2. Wait, no, that's not.
I got perception
Yeah,
plus 3.
So 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sweet.
And that was to inspect what?
The cabinet right behind me.
Oh, so this one up here?
Yeah.
Okay. This cabinet appears to be unlocked and holds a small box.
We take the box and open it.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Pull out the box. I say small, probably about yay big or so. Big enough that you pop open the lid. There's a deck of playing cards and just an assortment of wine glasses in there.
Okay. Nothing crazy.
Nothing too crazy.
Anybody else want to look through the room, or should we move on? I know they said there was noises coming from the bottom of the house, right? Underneath the house.
Yeah, I think we can move on.
Okay. So I'll put the box back, and I guess we'll shuffle back out into the main room there.
Somebody else want to give me a perception check?
Yeah.
Can you guys first?
4, 2, plus 2 is 8.
8.
Well,
So, even from your perspective, right? You see, I still have to get used to this shit.
Stanley.
Stanley, thank you.
Jesus Christ.
You see Stanley looking at the cabinet and whatnot, and you could have sworn for a second, just for a brief second, that one of the wolves was looking at you. Just weird little. You're like, what the fuck?
Weird feeling, yeah.
Yep.
Maybe shoot one of the wolves.
Just kick it.
just kick it.
Shove it
to
over.
make sure.
Yeah.
You want to
So,
you want to kick the wolf?
Yeah, I'll kick a wolf.
Okay.
That's not very friendly.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's not looking at me.
The one right in front of you, maybe.
The
Yeah.
wolves aren't very friendly.
No, they can't be.
Well, not if you start off by kicking them.
Oh, like a prodding kick,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like a trying to like kick it across the room. Just
Oh,
a
okay.
light prodding
Okay.
kick.
So a light kick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of go up to the wolf and you hit it. It feels like a stuffed wolf.
Okay. Moving right along.
Yeah. This place is definitely creepy, but nothing crazy.
So we're fine.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, come on. Oh. My player is not responding. There we go. Oh, it was, and then it stopped. Come on. I know. Oh, there it is. There it is. Ah, damn it. It stopped responding again. Apparently, it's too much for me to stream and have 2 copies of Roll20 on. And Sirenscapes. I mean, this is an old computer after all.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So moving to where?
Back into the main room.
Back into the main room.
Yeah.
Nobody else wants to check anything else here?
Check out anything else?
Nope.
I think we have to. I think there's a little urgency here,
Yeah,
so
let's see.
Okay.
I don't feel like we should be.
Okay.
What else was there cabinetry wise?
There was another cabinet right over here.
Yeah.
I'll take a look.
Okay.
I'll take one.
So this cabinet has a lock.
So we have to break it open.
If only we had.
Jepson.
God damn it, Jepson. So yeah. Do you have any way to break it open?
We can try. Somebody have like a blunt.
Sure, setting on fire.
Right.
Oh, really?
I have a crowbar.
I have a mace.
Oh, a mace, yeah.
Try to bash it open with your mace.
Yeah, you could try to pass it open with your mace.
What am I rolling?
Attack roll, strength check.
Okay. Does guidance help that or no?
It helps everything.
What?
Yeah, as long as it's a skill check.
3. So my attack roll is what?
Whatever the
D20?
Yeah, it's your where's your character profile? So as you look at actions under your action tab, it should have your actions for your mace.
Yeah.
So it is your D20 plus 3 to hit because it's a strength-based attack. And you're using your proficiency plus your strength modifier, which you have a +1 and a +2 proficiency.
So I do a D20 and then it's +3 and that's
Plus.
to hit.
That's to hit, yeah. Plus your the thing that you just rolled,
Yeah.
the D4 for guidance.
4. So 4 plus 3 is 7.
Plus-
Is that 3 again?
Yeah,
Okay, so 10.
because you rolled a 3 and a D4, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to hit the lock and I mean it's only a lock.
Mhm.
You hit it. You hit it on the 10. That's fine.
Mhm.
Roll your damage.
So is that 6?
Yeah, 1d6 plus 1.
One.
1. So 2 points of damage. Yeah. I mean, it seems to be a pretty sturdy lock.
Mhm.
You know, 2 points of damage really isn't enough to break it.
Mhm.
Should I hit it again?
Yeah, you can hit it again.
Okay, do I just do the whole thing over again?
Yeah, you can. Makes it easier, right?
Ooh, I rolled a 4 on it. Oh, yeah, I definitely hit it because I rolled a 16.
Okay.
Before. So
We roll a d6.
2.
2 plus 1,
3.
3. So combined 5. You're starting to get it, but
Okay, I'll do it again.
yeah.
I was gonna say I do have the crowbar too, if that might help.
This is personal at this
Okay.
point.
So it's 7 plus 3 plus 3 is 13.
Yep.
For the
Just
One.
eat that shit.
Holy shit. She's like hitting it, but it's kind of like,
mm-hmm.
you know, you're kind of at this point where you're like, is this even really worth it? Like, I don't know.
You're not gonna make locks. You're chosen enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what, up to 7 point. Yeah, it's like it's starting to break, but you still
Okay,
got.
I'm gonna hit it one more time.
Okay.
Deal.
This is it.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 3 is 10. Hit it last time with that. So, and then, all right, let's go. 4.
There you go. So 5 more points. Good. That's enough to break it open.
Awesome.
You finally you give a good whack, and it, you know you see the lock crack open. And then inside, a mimic appears. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. That's
Two. So inside the cabinet holds a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, a hand crossbow,
Wow.
didn't have to erase that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Our
true.
crossbows in this
Hey,
cabinet.
that's fair.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
20 bolts
Oh, awesome.
Nice. Okay, well, the bolts are there.
for each of those weapons.
Oh, wow.
I don't think any of us can use a heavy crossbow. Unfortunately.
Probably could, but I want to do wheels.
Yeah,
I can
You want to
definitely.
take it? I mean, you could take it with you.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll take all the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's I think for heavy crossbow, I think there's actual strength
Oh, probably.
And
requirement.
That would make sense.
Mhm.
in that case, it may not be worth it. But any of the things that you can't,
Yeah, the bolts,
You
the
might
other
as well-
hand crossbow.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I would have to. Oh, yeah, I think it's under the heavy feature. I think you'd have to figure out what it is under the heavy feature. I think it's like you need a 13 strength or something like that in order to wield it or some shit. If I remember right, I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Do we want to just take the
I just-
bolts and
yeah,
maybe the hand crossbow as a backup?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Can I carry 60 more bolts? No. Do I have to grab? Oh, just 20.
Well, it's 20 per size
Well, whatever.
because you
I have
can't
a-
use
Oh,
can't use heavy
yeah.
crossbolts in
Yeah.
a fucking hand
Yeah,
crossbow,
yeah. Okay. So I'll
and,
just take.
and vice versa. You can't use it in a light crossbow.
All right.
So it's the crossbow bolts for each weapon size.
Gotcha.
Well, I have a. I think I have a light crossbow, so I can take.
Yeah, you can take the
Yeah.
bolts. That's fine.
Awesome.
Probably won't use
Like-
them that much. But
Yeah, like I said before, I mean, for the most part, you don't have to track every single shot you take with the bows and so on and so forth. But occasionally, as long as you either gain ammo or spend coin on ammo every once in a while, I'm fine with it. I mean, it's just it's ammunition. You know, it's an expendable,
Yeah.
Moving swiftly along.
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Block bashing for one day.
Right?
mm-hmm.
Where do you want to go next?
Check out the or whatever
Dining room?
the northwest door may lead to.
Northwest. All right.
Yeah.
All
Get on through.
right. So the centerpiece of this wood-paneled dining room is a carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-back chairs with sculpted armrests and cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, which covers the resplendent silverware and crystalware, polished to a dazzling shine. Mounted above the marble fireplace is a mahogany framed painting of an alpine vale. I'm not really sure what an alpine vale is, to be honest.
Like a valley kind of sort of thing with
Oh,
snowy,
okay.
maybe mountains.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Vale, V-A-L-E?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The wall paneling is carved with elegant images of deer among the trees.
Cool.
Okay. Red silk drapes cover the windows, and a tapestry depicting hunting dogs and horse-mounted aristocrats chasing after a wolf hangs from an iron rod bolted to the south wall. On what? On the table is a feast fit for a king. Different types of food and so on and so forth. Very similar to where you just, were the day before. But very aroma heavy smells coming from the food. Where the food looks good and looks ready to eat. What do you wish to do?
Just a quick question. That thing on the left, are those descending stairs down? Or is that just...
Yeah, that's not supposed to be something you're supposed to see.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so I guess I already checked out the wine. I might as well check out the food. See if anything's weird about it. So
Sure.
I'll walk into the room and maybe try to do a perception check, see if anything's super out of the ordinary or if something catches my eye.
Go for it.
So, same thing. Roll the d4.
Yeah.
Got a 1. And then the
Well,
2.
I mean, if she's guiding you.
Oh yeah, so it'd be 3 plus 10, 13.
Okay, so I assume that she'll be right there.
And I do have a plus 3 on my perception, so it'd be 16 altogether.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so the food looks like it's food
Okay.
for the most part.
Nothing crazy.
I mean, if that's what you're specifically looking at, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you're looking at anything else other than the food.
Yeah, the food, the table.
Yeah, everything looks real.
Okay. Interesting.
Did you want to try it?
Kind of.
Go for it.
I wanted to try the wine too, but I
Yeah, no, that's fine. So you grab some food, you take a bite of it. At first bite, it seems good. Everything seems fine. And then you open your eyes again. You look at the table, and all that food that smelled great smells like rot. Every bit of that food, including the item that you just picked up to eat, is rotten to the core. And you spit it all out, appalled by the the imagery that you now see.
So there is some sort of there's something funny going on. It's trying to make the home is trying to make it look more inviting than it is. Something to that effect.
Something along those lines.
Should we move along?
Yeah.
Give me another perception check, if you would.
Yeah. Same thing, D4
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Got a 4.
Nice.
12, 16, 18, 21.
21?
Yeah.
Good. So you're looking around, you see, the panels, the walls themselves, right? You saw the image carved in of the deer hiding among the trees and so on and so forth. But upon closer inspection, you see twisted faces carved into the tree trunks and wolves lurking among the carved foliage. There's little extra details are starting to spring out.
Yeah. The ominous footsteps.
Right.
And that's another hearth or fireplace over there.
Over here is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was just a curtain for I think it was a tapestry or something like that. I think that's what the tapestry was.
All right. So
Anyway, where do you want to go now?
I guess move around into the I guess the kitchen area. That's what
Sure.
you call it. Kind
Yeah.
of like that. Yeah.
All right, kitchen is tidy. The dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves. A work table has a cutting board and a rolling pin atop it. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall. Its bent iron stovepipe connects to a hole in the ceiling behind the stove. And to the left is a thin door leading to a well-stocked pantry.
Yeah. So just like in the other room, definitely suspicious of what I'm actually seeing.
Yeah.
Something's tricking us.
Behind the small door here, in the southwest corner, southwest. How's that southwest? It looks like southeast. Oh wait, no, it would be because
Yeah. So
Right?
yeah, because south is like that way
wait,
supposedly.
hang on. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Southwest. This is southwest. It has to be.
Yeah.
All right. So there, behind a small door in the southwest corner of the kitchen, is a dumbwaiter. 2-foot wide stone shaft containing a wood elevator box attached with a simple rope and pulley mechanism that must be operated manually.
Okay.
Yeah. Hanging on the wall next to the dumbwaiter is a tiny brass bell attached by wires to buttons for other areas of the house, you assume. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. It's a kitchen.
Yeah. Just kitchen. Yeah.
Nothing too exciting there. So I assume back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back into the main room. And anybody else have ideas on what to check out? I mean, I think maybe taking a sip of the wine might might change something or like.
Good.
Maybe we should go upstairs.
Okay.
Stop it. Okay. So whereas it is 6:30 now, we can pause here and pick it up next week.
I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then
Get
Jepson
Maddie
can
back
run in
on.
the front door.
Yeah.
Not too
I
far
was
away.
thinking it'd be nice to put him in the dumbwaiter and then send him down and see what's down there. You know.
Yeah, we're going on a road for further.
Yeah. So further just, yeah.
Yeah.
That would definitely help.
Yep. All right.
I'll just try to eat and drink everything. See if I can
And now that I know that you've seen too much, I will change that.
Yeah.
We'll have forgotten.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good thing about these games.
That's funny.
All right. Let me end my
Well, yeah, I know you
stream.
can't tell us too much, but is that what's going to reveal things? Like the more we interact with the environment, it'll kind of like show itself.
Yes.
Okay.